Welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that's rarely discussed but deeply important, especially for older men who want to feel fresh, confident, and in control of how they're perceived. We're talking about body odor. Specifically, why some older men develop a strong, unpleasant smell, even when they believe they're clean. This isn't about pointing fingers or making anyone feel bad. It's about understanding your body, reclaiming your dignity, and making small changes that can transform how you feel in your own skin. After the age of 70, your body changes in ways you might not notice right away. Your skin holds on to odors longer, your metabolism shifts, and habits you've relied on for decades might not be serving you anymore. This video is for every man who wants to walk into a room with confidence, knowing they're presenting their best self. Whether you live alone, with a partner, or in a shared space, you deserve to feel clean, fresh, and proud of who you are. We're going to explore 5 bathroom habits that could be silently contributing to unwanted odors. These aren't complicated fixes, they're practical, accessible, and empowering. Stick with me until the end, because the final point might surprise you and could completely change how you approach your daily routine. Let's get started with care, respect, and a commitment to helping you feel your best. Habit number 1: skipping proper wipe technique. Let's start with something that might feel too basic to question: wiping properly after using the toilet. It's a private matter, and most of us don't talk about it, but it's one of the biggest culprits behind lingering body odor, especially as we age. After 70, your body isn't as flexible as it once was. Arthritis, stiff joints, or reduced mobility can make it harder to reach around and wipe thoroughly. You might think you're doing enough, but even a small amount of residue left behind can create an odor that builds over time. This isn't about being unclean, it's about your body's changes outpacing your old routines. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, and the folds around the groin or buttocks can trap moisture and bacteria. Combine that with looser stools, which are common due to medications, dietary shifts, or digestive changes, and dry toilet paper alone often isn't enough. Dry paper can smear rather than clean, leaving residue that embeds itself into the skin. If you sit for long periods, say, watching TV or reading, that residue festers, transferring to your clothing, your furniture, even your bedding. Here's something else to consider: your sense of smell weakens with age. Studies show that by age 70, many people lose up to 50% of their ability to detect odors. So, you might not notice a problem, but others around you, family, friends, or caregivers might. They may not say anything out of respect, but that silence can lead to distance, awkward moments, or even whispers behind your back. That's not fair to you. You deserve to know and have the tools to take control. So, what's the solution? First, consider switching to moist wipes. They're gentle, effective, and clean far better than dry paper. Look for flushable, biodegradable options to avoid plumbing issues. If mobility is a challenge, long-handled hygiene tools can make wiping easier without straining your joints. Another game changer? A bidet attachment. These are affordable, easy to install, and provide a thorough, comfortable clean with minimal effort. Let me share a story. I knew a gentleman named Frank, 74 years old, who prided himself on his independence. But he started noticing his friends weren't inviting him to card games as often. One day, his daughter gently pointed out that his clothes carried a faint odor. Frank was shocked. He showered daily and thought he was clean. After switching to a bidet and using moist wipes, he noticed a difference within days. His clothes stayed fresher, his confidence returned, and those invitations started coming back. This isn't about embarrassment, it's about empowerment. Making this small change doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're adapting to your body's needs with strength and self-respect. Feeling clean radiates confidence, and that's something everyone notices. Habit number 2, infrequent underwear changes. Let's move to the second habit, how often you change your underwear. It might seem like a small detail, but it's a major factor in how you smell and feel throughout the day. As we age, our bodies don't regulate temperature or moisture the same way. You might not sweat like you did in your 40s, but your skin stays damp longer due to thinner skin and slower circulation. If you're wearing the same underwear for 2 or 3 days, that moisture along with natural oils, dead skin cells, and even minor urine leakage creates a breeding ground for bacteria. That bacteria is what causes the odor, not just the moisture itself. Many older men don't realize this is happening. If you're retired or living alone, it's easy to let laundry slide. You might think, I haven't been out, I didn't sweat, this pair is fine for another day. But odor doesn't just come from heavy exertion. Minor dribbles common with age due to prostate issues or medications can soak into fabric and linger. Even if you don't feel it, those small leaks create a warm, moist environment where bacteria thrive. Then there's the issue of outdated underwear. If you're still wearing the same stretched-out cotton briefs from 10 years ago, they're likely not doing you any favors. Thick, non-breathable fabrics trap heat and moisture, making the problem worse. Here's the fix: commit to changing your underwear every single day, no exceptions, even if you're staying home. Invest in breathable, moisture-wicking fabrics like bamboo or modern synthetics designed for hygiene. These materials pull moisture away from your skin, keeping you drier and fresher. Replace old underwear every 6-12 months, yes, even if they look fine. I remember talking to a man named Tom, 72, who lived alone after his wife passed. He'd wear the same underwear for days, thinking it wasn't a big deal since he wasn't active. But when his grandkids started hesitating to hug him, he realized something was off. After switching to daily changes and breathable fabrics, he said he felt like a new man. His clothes smelled better, his favorite chair didn't carry that musty scent, and his grandkids were back to their old, cuddly selves. Changing your underwear daily is a quiet act of self-respect. It's saying, I care about how I feel, even when no one's watching. That's the kind of dignity that carries you through life with pride. If this point resonates with you, drop the number 2 in the comments below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss more tips like these. Your support keeps us creating content to inspire and empower you. Habit number 3, neglecting bathroom ventilation. Now, let's talk about something you might not connect to body odor, your bathroom's air. Poor ventilation is a silent contributor to that lingering old man smell people sometimes notice. Bathrooms are naturally humid between showers, flushes, and damp towels. Moisture builds up fast. Without proper airflow, that moisture doesn't just vanish. It settles into your towels, bath mats, and even the clothes you leave hanging in the room. Over time, it fosters mildew and bacteria, which produce musty, sour smells that cling to your skin and fabrics. Here's why this matters: when you dry off with a towel that's been hanging in a damp bathroom for days, you're not just drying your skin, you're transferring mildew and bacteria back onto it. That faint musty smell? It's not just in the air. It's on you, your clothes, and everything you touch. And if your bathroom lacks ventilation, areas like your underarms, groin, or skin folds stay slightly damp after bathing, creating a perfect environment for odor-causing bacteria. Older men might not notice this as much. Your sense of smell fades with age, and if you live alone, you might become nose blind to your home's scents. But visitors, family, friends, or caregivers notice. They might not say anything, but that lingering odor can affect how they perceive you, and that's not fair to your dignity. So, what can you do? First, prioritize ventilation. If you have an exhaust fan, use it every time you shower or bathe, and let it run for 15-20 minutes afterward to clear the air. No fan? Crack a window or open the bathroom door to let fresh air in. Next, make sure towels dry completely between uses. Hang them spread out, not bunched up on a hook. Replace bath mats regularly, as they trap moisture and odor. And don't leave clothes in the bathroom, they'll absorb that musty smell. I knew a man named Bill, 76, who loved his long, hot showers. But his bathroom had no fan, and he'd leave damp towels hanging for days. His family noticed a stale smell on his clothes, even when they were freshly washed. After installing a simple window fan and drying his towels in the sun, the difference was night and day. His home felt fresher, and so did he. A clean, well-ventilated bathroom doesn't just make your space smell better, it makes you feel better. It's a small step that sends a big message: you value your environment and yourself. Habit number 4: skipping deodorant or using the wrong kind. Let's move to habit number 4: neglecting deodorant or using one that's not right for your body. Some older men think deodorant is optional after retirement. "I'm not sweating like I used to," they say, or "I'm just at home, so why bother?" But here's the reality: body odor doesn't just come from heavy sweating. It comes from bacteria interacting with your skin's natural oils, especially in warm areas like your armpits. As you age, your skin produces different oils, and those bacteria create a stronger, more distinct scent if left unchecked. You might be showering daily, but without deodorant, odor can build up within hours. And if you're using the same deodorant you used in your 30s or 40s, it might not be up to the task anymore. Your body's chemistry changes, and what worked then might not now. Some men switch to natural deodorants, which is great for avoiding chemicals, but many lack the strength to combat odor on older skin. Others confuse deodorant with antiperspirant. Deodorant neutralizes odor, antiperspirant reduces sweat. If you're using a deodorant-only product, it might not be enough to keep you fresh all day. Here's a story about Harold, a 78-year-old man I met at a community center. Harold was meticulous about his appearance: clean shirts, polished shoes, but he skipped deodorant, thinking his daily showers were enough. His daughter gently told him she noticed an off smell when she visited. Harold was mortified but open to change. He started using a clinical strength antiperspirant deodorant combo, and the difference was immediate. His clothes stayed fresh, and he felt more confident greeting people. So, what's the fix? First, don't skip deodorant, even if you're staying home. Choose a product that's both a deodorant and antiperspirant, preferably one designed for sensitive or mature skin. Apply it right after showering, when your skin is clean and dry, for maximum effect. If you're worried about chemicals, look for dermatologist-approved options with natural ingredients but strong odor protection. Using deodorant isn't about vanity, it's about presenting yourself with pride. It's a small step that says, "I'm still here, and I care about how I show up in the world." If this tip hit home, comment 4 below to let me know you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed, do it now and turn on notifications so you don't miss more practical advice like this. Habit number 5: using air fresheners instead of tackling real odors. Finally, let's talk about the 5th habit: relying on air fresheners to mask odors instead of addressing their source. It's tempting to grab that can of spray after using the bathroom, thinking it's a quick fix. But air fresheners only cover up smells temporarily, and often, they mix with underlying odors to create something even more noticeable and not in a good way. That old man smell people sometimes mention? This habit is a big contributor. Many older men spray air fresheners religiously, believing they're keeping things tidy. But if the toilet hasn't been cleaned thoroughly, or if damp towels and bath mats are lingering, or if ventilation is poor, that spray is just perfume on top of mildew, urine residue, and bacteria. It's like putting a bandage on a wound that needs cleaning. It doesn't solve the problem, and others can tell. Here's a personal example. George, a 78-year-old friend, loved his lemon-scented air freshener. He'd spray it every time he left the bathroom, thinking it kept things fresh. But his daughter noticed his home smelled like citrus mixed with something musty. The issue? A leaky toilet seal, damp towels, and no ventilation. George was masking the problem instead of fixing it, and it was clinging to his clothes and skin. Here's how to break this habit. First, tackle moisture. Run the exhaust fan or open a window during and after showers. Hang towels to dry fully, and replace bath mats regularly. Second, clean the toilet thoroughly, not just the bowl, but under the rim, around the base, and the seat hinges, where residue builds up. Use a toilet bowl cleaner and a brush weekly. Third, clean high-touch areas like light switches and door handles, which collect odor-causing bacteria. Only then should you use a subtle scent, like essential oils or a baking soda-based freshener, to enhance a clean bathroom, not mask a dirty one. A truly clean bathroom doesn't need to smell like flowers. It smells fresh and natural, reflecting the care you put into your space and yourself. That's the kind of impression that lasts. Final thoughts. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. I know talking about body odor isn't easy. It's personal, it's sensitive, and it can feel uncomfortable. But you've shown courage by listening, and that's the first step toward change. These 5 habits: proper wiping, daily underwear changes, bathroom ventilation, using the right deodorant, and tackling odors at their source, are small but powerful ways to reclaim your confidence and dignity. This isn't just about smelling good. It's about feeling good in your own skin, knowing you're presenting your best self to the world. It's about walking into a room with your head high, knowing you've taken care of yourself. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one habit. Maybe it's buying a pack of moist wipes or setting a reminder to change your underwear daily. That one step is a declaration: I still care. I still matter. And you do. If this video resonated with you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. There's more practical, empowering advice waiting for you. And if you know someone who might benefit from this, maybe a friend, a father, or a grandfather, share it with kindness. Sometimes, a gentle nudge opens the biggest door. Until next time, take care of your body, your space, and your spirit. You've earned that and so much more.